Oh, hi. There's a bit of rain here in Barbados. You might be able to hear it in the background, a shower or something. Just thought that I would update people on how I'm doing with my network marketing. So let's start with, this is for informational and educational and entertainment purposes only, by the way. Let's start with Save Club, which is the new business, which has only been going for a few weeks. It's using very similar software to Live Goods, which they've rented from Live Goods. So Save Club I joined on April the 24th, and I've had 4 free enrollees, and I've also had overspill. I've now got 5 overspill, which is never guaranteed, but I did join under somebody who's a prolific recruiter. So that's Save Club. If you're ever looking at TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or wherever, and seeing people promoting Live Good, and they say, "Oh, I wish I joined this business 2.25 years ago." Well, that's because it started in December 2022, and the people who joined early made very good money from that business, whether they were passive or active. So yes, they're all there saying, "Oh, I wish," but now they're up to, let me look at my sheet, they're up to just a few thousand short of 1.8 million affiliates. That's Live Goods. People are still joining, about 146,000 since I joined on the 5th of January this year. So the business, it's quite good. You can get your wholesale price vitamins, and it's a worldwide business, although I don't know quite how tariffs are going to affect it. I did some research on Save Goods, which is the latest one using the same very, very similar matrix to Live Goods, except that the compensation plan is a lot more generous, and the reason for that is that the product is digital, so they don't have to manufacture anything. And I did a bit of research, and I asked artificial intelligence, what's going on, and they were able to tell me, because I saw something mentioned in a Save Club company video about advertising revenue, and what I found out was that the global advertising revenue for 2024 was estimated to be just over $1 trillion, and digital advertising accounted for about 70% of that total. And the areas that Save Club are involved in actually are fairly fast-growing components of that digital total. So, that brought it straight to my mind that Save Club is not only getting income to pay out to people from membership subscriptions, but is also getting income from advertising. And I also was thinking about why would why would a savings club be able to offer bigger discounts than on spending and whatever than other people, than just what's out there, what you can find on the internet, the various offers and so on. And I mean, I think the answer's reasonably simple. It's that Save Club is a membership business. It doesn't have a lot of members yet. Maybe it'll have 1 million members sometime, like in a year's time, maybe before, maybe 2 million. But when you look at it's a global business, so when you look at the global population, I mean, how many people in the United States are going to be in Save Club? How many people in Britain? How many people in Germany, France, whatever, Australia, New Zealand, the places where, Vietnam, funnily enough, the most prolific recruiters in Live Goods have a Vietnamese flag next to their name. That's an interesting point, isn't it? But when you think about it, from the advertiser's point of view, the people who want to promote their brands, get brand loyalty, give people discounts at their restaurants and things like that, Save Club isn't like marketing to the general public. It's marketing to a relatively small group of people, and you're the advertiser or whatever you call it. You're the person who's giving the discounts, and you're trying to create brand loyalty. And sometimes even luxury brands get involved in this, and they want to make sure that they're never going to give a discount on the ordinary web or whatever, in the ordinary way, because they've got stores selling their stuff at the price and any offers that they promote in those stores. And if it comes down to overproduction, where you've got a factory or a facility making high quality products, and that could be in France and Switzerland, it could be anywhere, it could be Britain. I can think of a number of brand names which are not necessarily on Save Club, but I can think a number of luxury brand names. One has a factory in Britain and has an outlet shop in London, if you can find it. They have to keep their employees working, and they get overstocked sometimes. They have to give discounts, rather they have to sell it in the company, in this sort of company shop, and then nobody worries. They just but so Save Club is going to be an outlet, because you can see why. I think you can see why that. Sometimes people have to be kept working, factories have to be kept going. I mean, not that I'm aware of various things that happened in the past. I mean, for example, the Swiss watch manufacturer Rolex, and they're not, as far as I know, they're not on Save Club, but I don't know whether they still do it, but they had a factory. Obviously, they have a factory in Switzerland making very high quality watches, and they don't want to stop. They don't want to stop. They don't want to lay people off, and so I don't know whether they even still do it, but they used to sell their overstock in the Cayman Islands, of all places, and the overstock even had a different back on, saying that you bought it in the Cayman, it came from the Caymans. And I remember that one of my, somebody I knew years ago, he wanted a Rolex, living in New York, I think, or he was living in New York. He said, "Oh, I want that Rolex, and I found out that I can get one. I can actually order exactly the one I want from in the Caymans, but I've got to go there to get it." And so he took a diving holiday in the Caymans and came back with his nice new watch. Now that's a bit complicated, isn't it? But I think that luxury brands are very, very careful about these kind of things. And I mean, I'm even seeing that some of the factories in China who manufacture for luxury brands are starting to say, hang on, here's this handbag that costs $38,000 in a store in America. We're the supplier. We can make it for, I don't know, $1,400–1,500. And you can buy it from us for not much more than that, but it won't have the logo on it. So it's just it's exactly the same product without the logo. I'm not sure how that's going, but this is why luxury brands and a lot of other brands wish to create customer loyalty these days. And you can create customer loyalty by giving discounts. All the traditional methods of advertising, like billboards, billboards, TV ads, people just mute them. What else? Bloggers. Nobody's really interesting. You can watch people like interesting bloggers who go to interesting places, like Kurt Kaz, and there's another guy who goes to interesting places as well, where you can I can't remember his name, but you can watch them, and there's always a promotion in their video for something. But you're more interested in what they're saying, what they discovered in Venezuela or somewhere where you would never want to go. You're more interested in exactly what's going on in some of these places than what they have to promote. But advertisers do promote them. Good for them. So that's a little bit about Save Club. I'm also in Sparky, which is passive, and just looking to see their Sparky. I've been in there since April the 17th. I've had 117 leads, and you're supposed to just leave that to Sparky to follow up those leads for you. So it's a passive business. You don't have to show your face. It's quite a good one. What else can I say about Sparky? Well, there's there's 4 associated businesses. So you enrolled in Sparky, you enrolled in the four. You enroll or put your username if you're already there in the associated businesses, and they're going to introduce more. And they are basically conservative, in the sense that they like to be in well-established businesses through their links, whereas Save Club is absolutely brand new, and it's the type of business. If it does well, there'll be all these people all over the TikTok and Facebook and Instagram in a couple of years' time saying, "Oh, I wish I'd joined this at the beginning." But can you join with me now? That's why the big hitters in network marketing have mostly already joined Save Club, and it's very easy for them to recruit other people because they're in other businesses and they've got a team already in another business or several other businesses, and they can just go down to the people who have been successful in their various teams and say, "Hey, there's a new business, I'm getting into it, are you interested in joining my team?" And it doesn't make any difference to what they're already doing. They just they follow each other because they know that is the route to successful network marketing and making an income out of it. And some of these people are making very, very large incomes, I can tell you. I'm never going to be there, but I'd be very happy with a modest income. But what I can say as well is that the very successful network marketers, you might well see them all over various channels here on YouTube, maybe elsewhere. They're just interested in getting sign-ups. And if they've got 173 people or something in the business, they're not going to really want to, if you signed up through them, but you don't know anything about it, they're not really going to want to tell you anything. They're not going to have time for you, to be honest. And I'm going to have time for everybody who signs up for me, email, phone, texting, whatever. I've got all the apps and emails and things like that. And I think that's the way I want to handle it. I want to be, create a kind of friendly environment where anybody who signs up with me in any of the businesses has access to me to help out, look up, research, whatever, anything they want to know about the businesses they've joined. Anyway, I'm going to leave my links to Save Club, which is the urgent one to join, and also to Sparky, which is the passive one, where you don't have to show your face. That's a good starter business if you really don't want to be doing what I'm doing, coming up with videos. So I'll leave my links to both of them. You're not supposed to do this kind of thing, apparently. You're supposed to concentrate on one thing only. But that's not me. I'm a portfolio investor, always have been, always worked with investment portfolios, that kind of thing. Even set up a Facebook group called Network Marketing Portfolio. And that's where I come from. I come from, spreading your risk, getting multiple income streams. And when you actually talk to the guys who are really successful, they say, well, okay, yes, you've got to be very, very, you've got to be very focused on one thing or something. But actually, we spread our risk. we're in about 8 or 10 things. Yeah. So there you are. I'll leave you for today. You know, I've probably made this far too long. There's probably nobody watching. But there you are. Have a good day. I think it's Mother's Day today. Have a good day and enjoy your day. Enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.